never guess the places that I've been. You never guess the places that I've been. 'Cause everything is like a dream, yeah, but only in that dream that I live in. I'm never gonna let the day begin. Never gonna let the day begin. 'Cause everything is like a dream, yeah, but only in that dream that I live in. Oh, don't wake me up before you go, and I'll just make this bed my home. Oh, darling, please just let me sleep. Give me my dreams. Better from above. Nothing's ever as it seems, yeah, except in that world that I dream of. Never gonna lose the ones I love. Never gonna lose the ones I love. 'Cause everything is like a dream, yeah, but only in that world that I dream of. Oh, don't up before you go, 'cause I can't face this day alone. Oh, darling, please just let me sleep. Give me my dreams. Give me my dreams. Give me my dreams.
USA Radio News, I'm Anthony Lucero. U.S. forces are striking Iran after American troops came under missile attack.
We're going to be hitting them very hard because it's our turn to hit them.
The Pentagon says the strikes are aimed at Iranian military targets and Iran-backed groups after a barrage of missiles targeting U.S. positions was intercepted yesterday. This is the retaliation that President Trump vowed. Former Ambassador James Jeffrey says Iran must step up.
Iran has to agree to some kind of acknowledgement of the Straits being free, and they have to negotiate on the nuclear count. Otherwise, we're just going to go through round after round.
The U.S. and Saudi Arabia also struck Iran-backed militias in Iraq, killing at least 20 fighters. Diplomacy remains uncertain as the conflict with Iran continues to escalate.
Eventually, there's going to have to be some kind of diplomatic solution.
Retired United States Navy Vice Admiral Robert Murrett told CBS securing the Strait of Hormuz will require a diplomatic solution, but negotiations could take a long time due to hardline positions in Tehran. Kentucky Governor Andy Beshear wants Senator Mitch McConnell to prove he can serve or resign.
Beshear issued the ultimatum in a letter writing in part, if you are unwilling to voluntarily show that you still have the capacity to serve, I will insist Leader Thune fully investigate your condition and begin the process if warranted. The 84-year-old McConnell has not been seen in public since June 14th and released only a statement and photo saying he continues physical therapy after a fall and subsequent pneumonia. John Sommers, USA Radio News.
Wall Street took a tumble.
At the closing bell, the Dow Jones Industrial Average plunged 1,153 points. The S&P 500 fell 112 points, and the Nasdaq dropped 433 points. I'm Sarah Lee Kessler.
From America's News Network, USA Radio News.
Business owners, are you paying high phone bills for old school systems and lousy service? StrongTel cuts your phone bills in half and turns every phone you own into a feature-rich business system. Sean Roddy, CEO of Hennings Brothers Drilling, had this to say. We've been a StrongTel customer for over 10 years. It's great. It even includes an intercom with video to our equipment yard. I can watch live from anywhere with my smartphone. I'd recommend StrongTel to anyone. Never miss a customer call again with your StrongTel business system. StrongTel is a proud iTex partner and always welcomes your iTex dollars. You'll get award-winning StrongTel service, a business-class phone system, and cut your phone bill in half. Visit strongtel.com. That's StrongTel, StrongTel.com. StrongTel.
Actor and musician Jared Leto is facing new sexual misconduct allegations from 4 women featured in a BBC documentary. The women allege that incidents occurred when they were teenagers between 2002 and 2016. Leto denies those accusations, saying he never sexually assaulted anyone. China is reporting a new summer COVID surge.
China's health officials are warning of a rise in coronavirus cases, urging vulnerable groups to consider vaccinations en masse. The increase is linked to the Omicron NB181 variant, with infections reportedly higher in southern China. Experts say indoor air conditioning, crowded spaces, and seasonal factors may be contributing. Officials say most cases remain mild, but high-risk groups are being urged to take precautions. Ron Warner, USA Radio News.
A Surfrider Foundation report shows that cigarette butts are Hawaii's most common beach litter.
Volunteers collected about 170,000 pounds of trash during 54 cleanups across Maui, Kauai, and Oahu. That accounts for more than half of the nearly 340,000 pounds collected nationwide. Surfrider says cigarette filters contain synthetic plastic fibers that break down slowly and can release toxic chemicals into the ocean. I'm Tammy Trujillo.
AAA reports the national average price for a gallon of gas is $4.09. Highest average is found in Mono County, California at $6.82, while Floyd County, Indiana has the lowest average at $3.24. For USA Radio News, I'm Anthony Lucero.
iLocal.net is offering a free website analysis to improve the online presence of your business. Business owners across the U.S. turn to iLocal.net to improve their search engine rankings. Search engines are constantly changing their algorithms. You need the professionals who know how to use those changes to benefit your business. Don't hope for new customers. Get found and be chosen. Visit iLocal.net/go for your free website analysis. iLocal.net/go.
Truck downtime costs you money. One hidden killer on Cummins ISX-15 engines is weak injector cups. When they leak, coolant gets into the cylinders and suddenly you're facing a big repair bill. Industrial Injection has the fix. Our Torque Lock Injector Cup Kit with a threaded Torque Lock design. These cups stay sealed for good. No more coolant leaks. No more surprise downtime. Keep your truck on the road. Ask your shop for Industrial Injection Torque Lock Injector Cups today.
Truckers spend lots of hours on the road. So when it comes to staying connected, you need a headset that works just as hard as you do. Blue Parrot is the #1 headset brand for professional drivers, and we've taken the quality you've come to expect from us and made it even better. Check out our newest headsets, the Pro B350 and Pro B450, offering you more hours of talk time, better voice control, extreme comfort, and industry-leading AI voice isolation microphones. So you can spend more time talking about the important things and less time repeating yourself. To get yours, check out BlueParrot.com. Blue Parrot, hear and be heard.
Another dark night on the interstate. Another 100 miles in the pouring rain. These are worth all the time I've spent away. Dark night on the interstate. I'm driving through the years, I'm trying to make it right. My baby's at home, hope she's doing alright. Miss my dogs and I miss my girls. I'm 1,000 miles away from my old world.
I do believe that is my cue. In other words, cue the microphone, and away we go. How about it? Ready or not, we're going to roll into a Thursday. And we'll have 1 day left here in the month of July. Wow. Yes, indeed. We cross over the midnight hour in the Eastern time zone. According to the calendar, 30th day of July. Here it comes. And we'll welcome you in, of course, from coast to coast, time zone to time zone. How about we call it Friday Eve? As indeed we start looking toward the weekend here. First weekend in the month of August. Hard to believe, isn't it? So great to have you with us out of the box. The Steve Sommers Overnight Drive, live from the Hot Shot Secret Studios. A downright comfortable night outside the secret bunker as we roll through summertime. 70 degrees, very low humidity. As I said, a very comfortable night here in Southwest Ohio. And pretty much region-wide, from the Great Lakes, not quite to the Gulf Coast, but most areas are pretty clear. And we see one little patch of thunderstorms right there in central Mississippi. Don't think we're seeing anything severe in the mix there. I'm not seeing anything warned. You might come into a torrential downpour, a scattered shower activity through parts of the Florida Panhandle and over toward the Big Bend area in northwest Florida. Yeah, all that activity pretty much moving from north to southeast, from northwest to southeast into the... So we got some spotty showers, the Gainesville area. Some heavy rains over toward Apalachicola. Some pretty torrential rain's going to be dropping into Panama City in fairly short order. It's been a very soggy day for many areas in the Northeast. We continue to see, it would almost look like a tropical rainstorm, the rotation around this system in the Northeast that's been bringing those bands of showers and thunderstorms, at times some heavy rain. Kind of centered over western Massachusetts on the eastern side, activity moving from southwest and from southeast to northwest. On the western side, eastern Pennsylvania, storms moving almost due southerly there. There has been some flooding issues, and we'll continue to see that on into Thursday. Things do finally begin to taper off there in the Northeast Thursday night. Rolling into Friday. Elsewhere, the largest cluster of stormy activity tonight, rolling into central portions of South Dakota, north central Nebraska. Some of those are indeed prompting severe thunderstorm warnings, 60-mile-an-hour winds, some hail in the mix. Otherwise, scattered showers, again with the monsoon season. Scattered shower activity through parts of Colorado, northern portions of New Mexico. It's very sporadic in nature. Some shower activity just north of Salt Lake City there. Between now and the weekend, we're going to continue to see the stormy activity continue shifting westward. The heat dome over the center of the country going to be shifting toward the southwestern USA. In the meantime, we'll see some weak dips in the jet stream moving around the edge of that heat dome that will trigger those additional rounds of showers and thunderstorms across parts of the plains. Overnight tonight, some of those stronger storms, again, in parts of South Dakota, North Dakota. Thursday, the day ahead, some risk of severe weather will shift slightly further east, stretching from northern Kansas up toward the Canadian border. We'll look for a more concentrated zone of severe storms from central and northeast Nebraska and western Minnesota, southeastern North Dakota. Damaging winds, flooding downpours, the primary hazards. A few of the stronger storms could produce a bit of hail. Rolling on into Friday, getting ready for the weekend. The severe weather threat's going to be shifting further south, spanning from eastern Oklahoma through southwestern Tennessee, northwestern Mississippi. Same breakdown. Damaging winds, hail, flooding, downpours, the main hazards. North and east of the severe thunderstorm zone, there will be some drenching rain forecast as an area of low pressure travels from the northern plains to the Ohio Valley on into the weekend. As storms rumble over the central states, the southeastern corner stays pretty active. Showers and thunderstorms right on into the weekend. Yeah, so much rain may fall on some communities to not only ease the drought, but possibly even lead to some localized flash flooding there. And, of course, the heat has been on. Not seeing nearly as many excessive heat warnings through the central states as we've seen most of this week. We do still see a lot of heat advisories stretching from Oklahoma through northern Texas. Much of southern Arkansas, Louisiana, Mississippi is still pretty hot as we head into Thursday, as that heat dome begins to shift into the southwestern states. So that's where we're now seeing the extreme heat warnings hoisted for Southern California, southern portions of Nevada, Arizona, much of southern Arizona, on into southern portions of Utah for the upcoming day. This is a pretty long duration, significant heat dome that's going to persist through the weekend and actually into next week, into the first days of August here. Dangerous heat, increasing the risk of heat-related illnesses. This big high pressure responsible for the heat across the Great Plains this week begins shifting toward the southwest by Friday, with the center ultimately over the Arizona-Utah border region. Given the position of the heat dome, we're going to see very hot conditions expanding into much of Southern California. We'll see a slight offshore breeze from the interior southwest toward the Pacific coast, allowing some of the heat to reach the Los Angeles basin, San Diego, the Southern California beaches. AccuWeather tells us with a lot of people going to be headed toward the beach during the heat wave, use extra caution in the surf. Large swells from the former Category 5 hurricane Genevieve, which was well off the coast of Mexico, but throwing those rough seas toward the coastal areas out west. Large breakers, strong rip currents, and sneaker waves along the Southern California beaches. Highs expected to reach the mid to upper 90s there in much of Southern California, including Los Angeles. Slightly further east across the interior valleys, temperatures peaking well above 100 degrees in places like Palm Springs, approaching maybe 120. One of the factors forecasters use in determining the magnitude of the heat is the temperatures in the higher levels of the atmosphere. Temperatures near the jet stream level are going to be reaching values rarely observed over the deserts in Southern California, which translates to exceptionally hot conditions at ground level both Friday and Saturday across the desert southwest, including Las Vegas and Phoenix. Highs are going to be between 110, 120 degrees. We could challenge some record highs. The strength of the heat dome is expected to suppress much of the monsoon activity, thunderstorms largely confined to the higher terrain. But as the heat intensifies, we'll watch for a storm system moving into the Pacific Northwest that will bring increased winds across parts of the West. That's not a good mix. The combination of intense heat, abundant sunshine, gusty winds will significantly increase the wildfire risk. Any new fire that develops could spread rapidly under those conditions. Of course, we continue to see the wildfire smoke in parts of the Northwest where Oregon has a number of blazes, portions of Washington. Air quality alerts for eastern Washington, much of central and southern Idaho as that wildfire smoke persists in that region. Meanwhile, good to have you on board right out of the box. Hey, a new first-timer, Ed checks in. Good morning. Good to have you with us. How about at Scrapyard, waving all five, the guardian of chaos with 69 degrees. Clouds here in the former Constitution state. Only a high 75 today, and they tell us more rain in the mix. Stay safe. Thanks for the good ride, sir. You got it. How about Shorty? I-95 southbound Savannah, Georgia tonight. 79 at this hour. It's Orlando turnaround number 2. Well, today is my 63rd birthday. Physically, that is. Because Bambi tells me I'm a 5-year-old mentally. Happy birthday there, Shorty. There you go, you 5-year-old mentality. Jeffrey, Southern Florida. Morning, Steve, and the overnight family. Marianne in the house. As always, morning to the overnight listening family. Everyone have a blessed day. Stay safe. What's up, people? Hello, Michael, checking in here. Bob in Michigan. Good to have you on board. How about John Ferguson? Well. It's that day, folks. 1 hump or 2 humps? That is the question. Anyhow, top of the morning, everybody on the road, fellow drivers, Mr. Steve Sommers. It's been a wonderfully smooth day from central Wyoming here to the west side of Omaha. Right now, headed toward Indiana for my Friday delivery. Kind of a muggy 77 here in east central Nebraska. Had quite a few thunderstorms over towards Cheyenne, Wyoming earlier this afternoon that we had to drive through. They need the rain in that part of the country. Anyhow, got another maybe hour left on the clock, then it'll be Betty Bye time. Stay safe. Be careful out there. Rolling up and down the highways and byways tonight. There's Buckeye Boy. All right, Beaumont, Texas tonight, 83 at this hour. Had to get up very early this past morning due to me having to spend 5 hours waiting at the convention center in San Antonio, which really screwed up my ability to deliver to the other location in San Antonio the same day. So I had to deliver at 7:30 a.m. this past morning. Went back to the hotel, took a nap after breakfast, went back to the location like 2 o'clock Central Time, loaded back up. A problem was due to this idiot e-log. I only had 5 hours of drive time left, so unless I can hammer down and have no delays, I may be able to make it home tomorrow. We shall see. Meanwhile, Anthony Fauci is an egotistical, power-hungry weasel. Who but the guilty pleads the fifth 111 times. Have a great night, everybody. Be safe out there. What a dog and pony show it was. I mentioned last evening the expectation was, seeing as Fauci had received that last-minute pardon literally before Biden left office, that he wouldn't be able to plead the fifth. Again, that was the expectation. But pretty much the only thing that came out of Anthony Fauci's mouth all day was pleading the fifth over and over again. I mean, the guy's pleading the fifth when he was asked, what color is the tie you're wearing? What color is the carpet on the floor? The fifth. It was insane. What an idiot. So is it worth even going after? I mean, I guess Rand Paul said he's going to propose a contempt of Congress because he had that little red folder right there next to him explaining to him you have a pardon. You can't plead the fifth. But that was apparently the advice of his legal team there. And one of his lawyers actually got removed from the chamber very early in the proceedings. This was supposed to be Fauci testifying, not his attorneys. And one of them just wouldn't shut up. Out the door he went, removed from the chamber. More on that maybe if you'd like to discuss it. Is it worth wasting our breath on? I can't help but wonder. Round the country, 844-844-3388. The Steve Sommers Overnight Drive.
Truck downtime costs you money. One hidden killer on Cummins ISX 15 engines is weak injector cups. When they leak, coolant gets into the cylinders and suddenly you're facing a big repair bill. Industrial Injection has the fix. Our Torque Lock Injector Cup Kit. With a threaded Torque Lock design, these cups stay sealed for good. No more coolant leaks. No more surprise downtime. Keep your truck on the road. Ask your shop for Industrial Injection Torque Lock Injector Cups today. Ready to beat the heat this summer? Keep your long haul, short haul, off-road adventure, or just stay cool while on site with Be Cool. Designed with on or off-the-road vehicles in mind, Be Cool offers you DC-powered cooling, low voltage protection, easy installation, and more. Beat the heat with Be Cool. It's the cooler way to go. With air conditioners for semi-trucks starting at $888. Get yours today. Visit b-coolaircon.com or call 778-590-5000. That's 778-590-5000. It's time to step up your fuel filtration game. The AirDog heavy-duty diesel fuel system doesn't just filter fuel like the others. It fully optimizes your truck's fuel system for peak efficiency. The AirDog removes contaminants, including particulates, water, air, and vapor, optimizing the pressure feed, providing your engine with the ultra-clean supply of fuel it needs for the quickest starts, smoothest idle, best fuel economy, and highest performance possible. Get started on the road to optimization today at airdogdiesel.com. Truckers spend lots of hours on the road. So when it comes to staying connected, you need a headset that works just as hard as you do. Blue Parrot is the #1 headset brand for professional drivers, and we've taken the quality you've come to expect from us and made it even better. Check out our newest headsets, the Pro B350 and Pro B450, offering you more hours of talk time, better voice control, extreme comfort, and industry-leading AI voice isolation microphones. So you can spend more time talking about the important things and less time repeating yourself. To get yours, check out BlueParrot.com. Blue Parrot, hear and be heard.
Well, hello to Bill. Good morning, everyone. A humid 76 here in Beaver Dam, Wisconsin on the Pizza Shuttle Express. I kind of shortened my nap today so I could watch the Senate grill Fauci. Myself and millions of others have a very deep grudge against Fauci. My dad was killed from the shot, and my best friend Jason. When the Senate's done with him, they need to subpoena Epic Health Record Systems and find every doctor that made bonus money on those COVID shots and remdesivir. They killed many people. Horrible what Fauci did. Anyway, have a good night, drivers. Be safe out there. All right, yes, Buckeye Boy following up, who says, Bill, my cousin's husband died because of the jab and the boosters. It was devastating for her and their 10 grown kids and all the family members there. Yeah, those stories could be told a million times over, right? Hello to road trips. Morning, Steve and all. Listening on the 5 headed south out of Seattle. Thank you so much for keeping us company through the overnight hours. All right, Gary Montgomery. Morning, Steve. All the overnight crew. Hey, it's Friday Eve. Yes. Lord Weiss, 2-time world champion bull hauler. Morning, Steve. 66, Davenport, Iowa. Got the powerful, well-lit, chrome-plated cow truck pointed west with 62 Tar Heel steers on a high-speed trip through the green hay meadow in the Cowboy State. Yes, indeed, Dr. Fauci pled the 5th. Yeah, and he ain't going to jail. So everybody can breathe easy. Just another government distraction. COVID was good for the bull haulers. Yeah, because we're not affiliated with the WIDA, we were allowed to self-regulate. Otherwise, and to this day, the DOT just waves at us as we go on by. Makes for a nice, profitable, stress-free life out here on the boulevard. How about a special shout-out to the Grump tonight from the Corn Patch. All righty, good to have you with us there. Two-time world champion. Down the line we roll. It's 844-3388. Eskimo Mom shares from our friend there, Matthew. Little update, had a chance to catch the Reds game Wednesday night. Watched the Cards as well. Then got to see some of the reports from all the training camps this past day. Oddly, NASCAR has a rare weekend off. So they'll return to Iowa on the 9th of August. But the Bengals actually had a fight on the first day of practice. And I did see the one player, what was his name, that I think he had a pretty serious injury. The photo showing the leg bending the direction it ain't supposed to bend kind of thing. That was ugly. First day of practice. Wow. Anyway, we got 73 degrees, mostly clear skies here tonight in the best city in Missouri. Of course, O'Fallon, Missouri. Thank you much, Matthew. Good to have you with us. All right, it's 844-844-3388. News, a service of Industrial Injection, heavy-duty diesel parts and solutions from injectors and pumps to turbochargers and engines built for the trucks that cannot afford downtime. Learn more at industrialinjection.com.
USA Radio News, I'm Anthony Lucero. The U.S. has launched strikes against Iran in response to attacks on American forces in the Middle East.
It's our turn, but we're going to hit them very hard.
President Trump says Iran will face a strong response. Officials say the operation is aimed at countering Tehran's military capabilities. The Federal Reserve is leaving interest rates unchanged for the fifth straight meeting. New Fed Chairman Kevin Warsh pushed back on analysts who say the steady rates reflect concerns about the economy.
Well, I wouldn't characterize what we did as anything like a pause. I would characterize what we did as a rigorous review of the economic situation.
The next Fed decision on interest rates is scheduled for September.
At the closing bell, the Dow Jones Industrial Average plunged 1,153 points. The S&P 500 fell 112 points, and the NASDAQ dropped 433 points. I'm Sarah Lee Kessler.
From America's News Network, USA Radio News.
Commerce moves fast. Your business should too. If you're not on the first page of search results, you're losing customers. Out of sight, out of mind is true. Don't let that be you. iLocal.net has helped local businesses dominate search results since 2009. For a limited time, iLocal.net is offering a free website analysis to improve the online presence of your business. Local business owners across the U.S. turn to iLocal.net to improve their search engine rankings. Search engines are constantly changing their algorithms. You need the professionals who know how to use those changes to benefit your business. Don't hope for new customers. Get found and be chosen. Call 888-699-2407 for your free website analysis. Don't wait. Call 888-699-2407. That's 888-699-2407. For your free website analysis, call 888-699-2407.
Truck downtime costs you money. One hidden killer on Cummins ISX-15 engines is weak injector cups. When they leak, coolant gets into the cylinders and suddenly you're facing a big repair bill. Industrial Injection has the fix. Our Torque Lock Injector Cup Kit with a threaded Torque Lock design. These cups stay sealed for good. No more coolant leaks. No more surprise downtime. Keep your truck on the road. Ask your shop for Industrial Injection Torque Lock Injector Cups today.
Truckers spend lots of hours on the road. So when it comes to staying connected, you need a headset that works just as hard as you do. Blue Parrot is the #1 headset brand for professional drivers, and we've taken the quality you've come to expect from us and made it even better. Check out our newest headsets, the Pro B350 and Pro B450, offering you more hours of talk time, better voice control, extreme comfort, and industry-leading AI voice isolation microphones. So you can spend more time talking about the important things and less time repeating yourself. To get yours, check out BlueParrot.com. Blue Parrot, here and be heard. It's time to step up your fuel filtration game. The AirDog heavy-duty diesel fuel system doesn't just filter fuel like the others. It fully optimizes your truck's fuel system for peak efficiency. The AirDog removes contaminants, including particulates, water, air, and vapor, optimizing the pressure feed, providing your engine with the ultra-clean supply of fuel it needs for the quickest starts, smoothest idle, best fuel economy, and highest performance possible. Get started on the road to optimization today at airdogdiesel.com.
Ready to beat the heat this summer? Keep your long haul, short haul, off-road adventure, or just stay cool while on site with Be Cool. Designed with on or off-the-road vehicles in mind, Be Cool offers you DC-powered cooling, low voltage protection, easy installation, and more. Beat the heat with Be Cool. It's the cooler way to go. With air conditioners for semi-trucks starting at $888. Get yours today. Visit b-coolaircon.com or call 778-590-5000. That's 778-590-5000. Advertising on the Steve Sommers Overnight Drive can make a huge difference for your business.
This is Dean Michael, the tax doctor, and I just want to say advertising on Steve Sommers' show has been the best marketing avenue for my business, providing the best return on investment consistently over everything else I've tried. I've done it all from TV commercials, pay-per-click on Google, search engine optimization, social media, and publishing ads in major magazines, but none of them came even close to doing what Steve Sommers' show did for me.
If you're interested in advertising on the Steve Sommers Overnight Drive, drop us an email at ssod@hotshotsecret.com.
Like the men and women who power America, the people at Hot Shot Secret work hard and play harder. We're the fastest growing diesel and oil additive brand in the country. We solve problems. We protect engines. We save you money. And more importantly, time. Hot Shot Secret, powered by science.
The Overnight Drive with Steve Sommers, live from the Hot Shot Secret Studios. Call Steve now, 844-844-3388. That's 844-844-3388. Well, a big hello to the Rainmaker, checking in from Thailand. What time is it? Somewhere in the middle of the afternoon there, right? It's monsoon season there, he points out. I guess he tuned to some of the Fauci testimony. He said the key point about Fauci and why this needs to be addressed. President Obama ordered that gain-of-function research not to be done. Obama ordered that biological weapons not be made, but Fauci disobeyed the orders of the president, and now other people will think they didn't have to follow the orders of the president. This is why that pardon actually went all the way back to 2014, as you recall, during the administration of Obama. 100% correct there, Rainmaker. Buckeye Cobra checking in. It's been a while. Rolling north up the Florida Turnpike, 83 degrees at this hour. Everybody stay safe out there. All right, appreciate you checking in here. Industry headlines. All right, we got the, what do they call, the ACT research, the state of the industry update. And according to the trucker, they kind of break things down as the industry eyes freight rate increases. Two major issues continue to roil the markets. Of course, one, the on-again, off-again war with Iran and its impact on shipping through the Strait of Hormuz. With 20% of the world's oil, shipping has been frequently restricted or shut down. Interrupted oil shipments do indeed impact the global supply, resulting in the higher barrel prices every time the conflict escalates. As the trucking industry celebrates long-awaited rate increases, much of that increase is being lost to the higher fuel cost. The other potentially larger issue is the U.S. rejection of the 16-year renewal of the U.S.-Mexico-Canada Trade Agreement, the USMCA, which was up for review this year. Canada officially requested the extension, which the U.S. refused. At this point, the agreement will be reviewed on an annual basis until it expires in 2036, or any participant provides a 6-month notice of withdrawal from the agreement. Of course, that created the free trade zone with an economy of nearly $31 trillion of GDP. That's almost 30% of the world's economy and the largest trade group on the planet. More than $1.9 trillion per year in trade occurs between the U.S. and its North American partners, Canada, Mexico. That equates to $5 billion a day. Obviously, that makes Canada and Mexico the largest two U.S. trading partners, pushing China to third place. President Trump has committed to bringing manufacturing jobs back to the U.S. Many of those jobs left the U.S. for Mexico and Canada after the original NAFTA agreement back in 1994, as manufacturers opened plants in areas with cheaper labor costs, as we know. The president has stated his desire to bring more auto manufacturing to the U.S. Doing so creates more jobs for Americans, but it also increases the prices they pay to purchase autos, increasing the inflation rate. Other areas of the economy can be harmed as trading partners respond with their own tariffs or trade restrictions. All of this impacts trucking. For the month of June, ACT Research's trucking index showed that freight volumes, while still substantial, slowed from May, while capacity continued to shrink. That decline in capacity is important because too many trucks available to haul the nation's freight is mostly what drove the freight weights downward to begin with. Capacity has been shrinking for months, finally allowing rates to begin climbing. The ACT Index measures operational statistics obtained through surveys of the client carriers. The index tracks freight volume, pricing, capacity, productivity, and driver availability, with a score higher than 50 indicating growth. A score below 50 indicates degradation. June's index for volume was 65.9, indicating that freight amounts are still growing, but not as much as they did in May at 67.7 or April at 66.9. Pricing took a similar path, coming in at 70.02 or 70.2 after reaching 79.7 in May. Capacity reached 55 on the index, up from 53.5 in May. I know it's a lot of numbers, but carriers are already complaining of a driver shortage, meaning they can't find and hire as many drivers as they'd like with current pay and benefits packages. Obviously, the FMCSA's crackdown on non-domiciled CDL holders and those who can't meet English proficiency standards have removed drivers from the fleet, with some citations and out-of-service orders and others voluntarily leaving to avoid enforcement activities. CDL schools that focused on